My name's Sam Levett and I'm the owner of Warriors Gym in East Grinstead. I'm a strength and conditioning coach, PT, I'm a boxing coach, and I also do massage in that as well. How I sell myself to people is I can make you, I can break you, I can fix you. I have had a gym now for 11 years. It originally started as Bulldog's Gym and it was Unit 1, and then over the course of the last 11 years it went to Unit 2, it went to Unit 3. I added a boxing gym in about 6 years ago. It's changed a lot. I think I've had 4 different front doors to the gym. It's been a livelihood the whole time up until now, to be honest with you. I was a little bit naughty when I was younger. I was hyperactive and very, very curious, which led me to getting in a bit of trouble, and I spent a bit of time in young offenders. And that's when I first started lifting weights. And I just remember being in the gym there, a massive warehouse gym, but I just thought, there's nothing like this in East Grinstead. Played football, I've played rugby for a long time. I fully ruptured my ACL ligament on my left knee, which meant I couldn't play anymore. I had nothing else to do, so I trained even more. When I've done strongman for 3 years, done quite a few competitions, won a few competitions. I've just had a massive interest in training. When I did set this up 11 years ago, only 20 years old, I was out on a night out and someone come up to me and just said, "Listen Sam, I know what you've been through, but I like you." And he said, "If you've got any business ideas, I'll back you." I think he was thinking more sort of gardening or something. And then my dad stepped forward. He said, "I can help you out with this. Let me try and get a bit of money together, some sort of remortgage in his house or whatever, and let's keep it within the family." My dad took his own life shortly after, and I think it was just something he wanted to see me have something and be on my feet and sort of have a career set up. And obviously my brothers as well, and he wanted to make sure they were all okay before he did take his life. So I think it was sort of in his mind when he helped me set the gym up. Obviously I didn't know at the time he wasn't going to be around for much longer. My dad was the founder, my dad was the one. The gym wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my dad, and which is why I've kept the gym going as much as I have through all the hardship that it's been through. There's a lot of sentimental value there, and which is, to be honest with you, which is a massive drive for me to keep it going. I'm never going to stop. I'm probably most proud of a charity that I set up called Tigers Good Karma. It's for anybody who's in an unfortunate situation in life. I was out with a couple of pals, literally sitting in a puddle was this homeless man. Freezing cold, soaking wet. I was like, wow, mate, you're sitting in a puddle on concrete. I said, you're gonna get piles. Ended up spending about an hour with this man. There was a few others that ended up coming around us as well. You could definitely be more comfortable. Do you know what I mean? You're sitting in a puddle, why not sit in a chair? I said, let me see what I can do, round up a bit of money. I went down there for 42 Tuesdays. Arranged to meet one bloke there called Kyle, and I think I got a picture of him in the papers with me spooning him in a sleeping bag on a bed chair. Each of the setups was a pop-up tent, a bed chair, a 4-season sleeping bag and a head torch. Give them a whole new outfit to wear, plus another outfit, plus another outfit. I'm talking t-shirt, jumpers, bottoms, socks, boxers, hats, scarves. Gosh, they got a whole wardrobe. Put some music on, spend a bit of time with them. But I want to kick the whole of Brighton out with one of these sleeping bags, carry on doing the clothes as well. I think altogether I ended up raising about £7,000, which is crazy. I was overwhelmed with that. I ended up adopting a homeless man. a 53-year-old black male called Desmond Farrier. Absolute legend of a human being. He had schizophrenia, autism, diabetes, do you know what I mean? He'd had pneumonia a few times. 3 months later, he's ended up living with me. He should not be living on his own like he was. Got him training, got him eating better, got him sleeping better. When I took him in for a routine checkup, on the promise of picking him up the next day, they shipped him off to Lambeth Mental Institute and he ended up being in there for 7 months. They cut me out of his life. They wouldn't let me ring him. They wouldn't let me contact him. Wouldn't let me go and see him on nothing. Massively failing system. I've seen it firsthand now. It failed my dad, and it's failed that man Desmond.
One more time. All right. You'll get the ice.
Please welcome Luke Chesky.
Hi, I'm Luke, I'm 20 years old and I box for Warriors Gym at white collar level. Sam's helped me out quite a lot with boxing because Sam's training is like really high intensity, so a bit like a doghouse really, the gym. It's old school. If I'm training on my own, half the things I won't be doing, but then if you're there and Sam's there pushing you, definitely gets that extra 10% out. Once you're in there, it's kind of like an adrenaline rush like nothing else. Sense of achievement in yourself compared to when I've done football or something when I'm younger. When you do it yourself, it's a bit more something to be proud of.
There's 1,000,001 things you could do instead of training, but for my head to be as clear and as focused as I need it to be, I need to be exercising. Boxing is an amazing form of exercise. People try it once and they almost find it hard to believe how much they've enjoyed it. I didn't quite realise how much the gym had an impact on so many people's mindsets, and with a lot of people with anxiety and depression, the anxiety and the depression improved drastically. If not a lot of people, it's gone completely and they've never had it back. So I need everyone knuckling down for this 10-week camp. Camp starting officially Thursday, and obviously the last week before the show's a wind down. It's a taper week, just nothing too intense. So really, we've got 9 weeks of intense training. The show is built around good quality, fair matchups. Me and my other coach Sammy, we put a lot into all the fighters, into all of the training camps. I thought, you know what, the gym's struggling at the minute. Why not set up my own show 3 times a year? Obviously £30 a ticket, whatever, that'd just support the gym, help the gym out in the hard time it was in. There is pressure on this show as far as the matchups go and the fights go. New rules, the league table, the bonus point scoring system. Look, you're in there to fight. It was all done on my terms. The whole standard of the training was better, the quality of the fighters were better, the show was unreal. Every single person has the same opportunity to win their fight, to knock out their opponent, to score bonus points as each other. First show went off better than I could have ever imagined it to. The standard of the fights was unreal. all set for the second show. Some people are trained for 3 months for this show, and I had to cancel it 4 days before because of slander.
A few months ago there was the incident at the gym that happened and the police got involved and stuff.
This incident happened at a training session at my gym. Nothing to do with the show. With a boy and a catapult.
Blown out of proportion, the incident that happened, because I was there on the day. He had to shut down for a while.
The police got hold of the story saying that a catapult was used and a knife was used as well, with a massive photo of my gym saying it happened at a boxing event. Licensing got hold of it, rang the hotel, and the hotel rang me 4 days before the show was meant to happen saying that we're not allowed to have your show here. If we have your show, we'll lose your license. We're really sorry, Sam. Had to get closed down the next day because the gym needed that show so badly.
He did absolutely nothing wrong. I just thought it was quite amazing that he's going through such a hard time and he's still going out helping other people that are in a worse situation than him.
And I was setting to have a show May time, but obviously because of all the coronavirus, that's had to be postponed. I'm obviously going to have to get another job and whatever else in a new career. Let's not dwell on it, whatever else. I'm positive about the future. I've managed to keep the boxing gym going. Whether you've got children, whether you're a woman, whether you're a male, whether you've never boxed before. I've got kids classes in here, I've got obviously boxing clubs, I've got Thai boxing club, I've got amateur boxing club, I've got a white collar club. Yeah, it's a community. This is somewhere where you can better yourself, I promise you that. You come down here, you'll enjoy it and you will end up being a better version of yourself. Something else, another business that I've got is my Life in Buddha CBD. The stuff is completely harmless, but the positive effects of it are unreal. It takes the edge of anxiety, it helps with depression, it helps you sleep better, enhances your inflammatory system, boosts up your immune system, like it's crazy. Have a little look into CBD. There's enough evidence, you'll be able to find out yourself. Your mental state will be improved massively, I promise you that.